There's people out there that you hate to see others happy, right? And this is not born out of love, you hate to see others happy. And let me tell you something real right here, right? The only reason that anyone's ever gonna put you down and insult you is because it's something they want. Understand this. Manipulation is usually born out of what? They want you to behave a certain way, or they want to get a certain thing from you, or certain things. That's manipulation. That's not love, right? Because if you love me, unless I'm injuring myself, you're going to want from me what I want. You're going to want to see me happy. You're not going to trample on my happiness. You're not going to tell me, oh, well, you shouldn't be involved in this lifestyle. I think it's pathetic. See, that comes from a place of manipulation, because now you're trying to get me to go against what I really want for myself. But if I love myself, I'm going to see through that. I'm going to see that you're trying to manipulate me. You don't want me to love myself because you want to manipulate me because you want something from me. It's not love. That right there is not born through the spirit of the Lord Hakadash. It's born through the spirit of Hashaitan. That's manipulation. It's not love. So I'm telling any of you, because a lot of you talk about family members. Oh, everybody, people stop talking to me because forget about them. They done it to me. See, I'm speaking from experience right here, right? I don't give a damn if it's my mom, if it's my brother. I had to cut them off before because they started belittling me because they didn't agree with what I was doing. Oh, you talking bad to me. You talking bad about me. Oh, yeah, you doing this is crazy stuff you doing. It was all good just a week ago when I was living how you wanted me to live. But now, since you can't eat off of me anymore, suddenly you got all these bad things to say about me. Who in the hell are you to tell me anything if you're eating off of me? See, that's a form of manipulation, and we got to look out for these things, man. Hamashiach said it. Those of your own household. A man's foes would be those of his own household. That means your mother. That means your brother. That means it's written. He said a man's foes would be those of his own household. I come to set variant between a mother and a daughter, between a father
take exit 248
and his son.
Georgia 10 East, Freedom Parkway.
He said if you love your mother, if you love your father, if you love your brother more than me, then you're not worthy of me. Meaning you're not worthy to make it into the kingdom, man. These are things that we gotta muse over. See, our family, they've been around us so long. And they know what buttons to push to manipulate us more than anyone. So we gotta watch out for that. A lot of you say,
continue for 2 miles.
Yeah, man, since I started listening to this, so-and-so don't want to listen to me anymore. Well, that's fine. But don't allow anyone to deter you from what you really want to be. Because that's not love. Love is not interest. Love is supporting what I want. Because if you love me, you're going to want what's best for me. If I'm content being with a certain person, what the hell is it to you? Who are you to tell me anything about how I'm supposed to be living? You're attempting to deprive me of my happiness because you're miserable. Let me tell you something, man. Only people that don't have any damn thing going on in their lives have time to sit around and do that. See, only people that's low could bring you down to their level. A person that's high could never bring you low because they're on a higher level vibration. So for someone to bring you down, they have to be down there to pull you down there with them. That's a lower level vibration. That's the spirit of our Shaitan. That person is always telling you to go left when the Most High tell you to go right. That's how some of you end up worshiping a damn dog called Anubis. Because you're going left. And the Most High told us everything was written to the right. Everything is written from right to left. But when you go left, God becomes a dog. And you start to worship Anubis. You understand what I'm talking about? Because you're going to the left, and the scriptures tells us that Satan operates on the left-hand side. See, that's the enemy. That's why the enemy taught us to write from left to right. Hold on, man. All Eastern languages was written from right to left. He does everything topsy-turvy, backwards. And that spirit is on a lot of you out there and your family members. So I'm going to say this to you, man. If there's anyone out there in your life that's trying to prevent you from being happy, and if you're, so as long as, don't worry about no third party, man. What about you? It's time for you to be happy. Love yourself. Because you can't properly give anyone else love until you love yourself. And if you love yourself, you're not going to let any damn body trample on you. I don't give a damn if it's family, if it's mother, if it's who. Learn to love yourself first. Then you can properly give love. And see, people that do stuff like that, I don't hate them.
In a quarter mile.
Because I understand, I comprehend, I understand
Signs for Stone
that
Mountain.
the only thing they could give is what they could give. But remember this, whatever you put out in the universe, that's what you're going to get back. So if you're putting hate out, that's what you're going to get back. If all you putting out is negative, you can't do nothing better for a damn day than to try and bring your daughter down, your son down, you wicked as hell.
Avenue Northeast. Signs for Stone Mountain. Then turn left to Burnett Street Northeast.
You can't say something nice. That's wicked. Listen, all of us have the opportunity every morning that we get up to build someone up. It says, I love you. Because you don't know when that person's going to be out of your life, right? But it takes a damn demon to wake up and try and make someone feel miserable. See, that's the spirit of Satan. You got all these good things you can say to me, but you wake up and you try and pull me down. Why not say something positive to me? Thanks. You can say something positive to me, but you're trying to tear me down. Why? Because you want to manipulate me. You don't want to see me happy because you're not happy. I'm talking to someone right now. See, there's a lot of people like this in the world, man. And these are evil people. And you know why these people are like that? Because of their childhood. Because of their upbringing, they was not given proper love. So, everyone around them, when you're around these people, they will bring you down. So I'm telling all of you on the sounds of my voice, stop allowing people to take away your happiness. You can have a happy life, but you're tired to all of these negative and cynical people. And so they're making you feel guilty because they're miserable. They want to make you feel guilty for being happy. Y'all know what I'm saying is true, man. Because a lot of you, under the sound of my voice, you got family members like that. Oh, man, why you doing this stuff, man? A brother trying to change his life, right? Brother say, I was talking to the brother Jason this morning. He said, man, I'm out in the car right now reading your book. I'm glad that Eve's in support of it. The wife's in support of it. But I'll hit you something, man. That's an unusual case because you know how many brothers that I've talked to? And he said, and they showed up at seminars. Like Yasha Beam's first wife, man. Shout out to Yasha Beam, man. But I gotta put this out there. When Yasha Beam was there trying to make his life better at the seminars, I'm taking you back to 2017 right now. His woman didn't want to hear it. Oh, well, why are you doing this? And so on and so forth. You know how many times I've seen that, man? And I supported it. And I'm going to tell you something, man. There's nothing that will break a man down like a woman that belittles that man.
Turn left.
Because you make him feel less than a man.
Then turn left.
If you want to turn a man against you, all you women out there in the sounds of my voice, all you have to do is go against what that man believes in. All you have to do, go against what he believes in and don't support it. He will quickly lose interest in you. Understand that. He will quickly lose interest in you. Because you make him feel less than a man. See, a man don't like to be with a woman that he feel like he can't please. The man's never going to be content. Can you grab that for me? Huh? Can you grab that for me? It's under the R90. Pay for it already. It should be 3. So, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this, man. I'm saying this because a lot of you want to be secure creditors, you know? But your family members, your wife or someone else, they keep stepping in and getting in the freaking way, right? You want to change your life. But she's all in your ear. Sometimes it's a man. He's all in your ear. And so you can't do.
Head north toward Main and Lane northeast.
You can't do it with the conviction that you should do it with. And the devotion that you should do it with, because that spouse or that parent is not being supportive. I guess you can put it on the back seat. Because that spouse and that parent is not supportive of you. So you're doing it. What's up? But you're not doing it wholeheartedly. So you don't get the results that you would typically get. And so you do it, and you do just enough to get by, but you don't see the success that Marty Ma has seen. You don't see the success that Tazadaq has seen, that David has seen. You know why? Because you're not doing it with the conviction that you should. It's kind of like you get married. And so your family, you might have been a cash cow to your family. You might have been a strong source of support to your family. And so your family will make you believe that they're in favor of you, but all they do is stuff to put you down, make you feel bad, make you feel discontent. I'm going to tell all of you on the sounds of my voice, man, that's not love. That is not love. That is pure. That's the enemy. That's the enemy trying to take away your happiness. And remember, when Satan comes after you, Satan doesn't come after you through something that you don't like. Satan comes after you through something that you love, something that you value. Because you can't get someone off of something that they don't like. It has to be something that they appreciate, something that they're into. See, that's how Satan comes. He's going to come through someone that you value, or something that you value. You understand? That's how he comes. So he might come through a loved one. Satan's not going to come through a stranger. He knows that you're really not going to listen to a stranger.
Onto Georgia 10 West.
So he's going to come through that loved one. And it's hard for you to discern what's right or wrong because you're emotionally tied into this loved one, so you can't see the truth. You don't want to acknowledge that Satan might be in your mom. Satan might be in your father, and your sister, your brother, your daughter, your son. You understand? This is what Hamashiach was talking about, setting this variant. So in the end, man, this is what it comes down to. We're going to have to separate ourselves from anyone that tries to destroy our happiness. Don't really matter who they are. Sometimes that's the way you have to love people. You have to love them from afar. Because every time you talk to them, they bring you down like a dragon. You might have been content until you talk to them, and here they come with the spirit of Satan. Man, why are you doing that secure party creditor stuff? What's wrong with you? You work that hard? Yeah, all right. That's Satan right there. You got to be able to acknowledge it. Remember this, man. Watch this, watch this. Job was a perfect and upright man. This system tells you you can't be perfect, right? But the scripture clearly says that Job was a perfect and upright man. But even though Job was perfect and upright, Satan was always trying to get him. Satan was coming after his family and all of that. So Job would pray for his family members because he said they might have sinned and not knew it. And so I'm going to pray for them also. So Satan is such a damn beast. He say, yo, the only reason Job is not sinning against you, Yahweh, is because you got a wedge around him. If you take that wedge from around him, he's gonna sin against you. So we're gonna be like Job's, man. We can't let family or anyone come between us, man, and the truth. Because then they're gonna come between you and your happiness, huh? You gotta be like a Job. He threw everything at Job, man. And we can't be attached to material things of this world. We have to be detached. You can have them, but you can't be attached to them. Because the scriptures say the man that loves money will have enough of it. That means you're going to always be chasing money, man. It's not like love. You ever hear the aphorism, money can't buy me love? That's real. Nothing could give you that feeling. The Most High ordained that. And all of you that's with someone right now, man, it's the Most High that ordained that day. You need to appreciate what you have. But there's always going to be challenges. And you got to stand the test of time. Every time you stand the test of time, it's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you better. It becomes easier to deal with the next time. So it doesn't matter if Satan comes to the family, a spouse, or whatever. You need to acknowledge Satan, where Satan is, and say, get behind me, Satan. You understand what I'm talking about? See, you could be happy, but you're allowing those negative, cynical people in your life to prevent you from being happy. It's come and take away it. See, that's what the devil does, man. That's the devil. Is that the mindset of a God or a devil? It's the mindset of a damn devil, man. They come and take away your happiness. That's what Satan does. And you know, a lot of these people, they carry titles, priest, Israelite, Christian, husband, wife. See, Satan's latched on to these entities, right? That's the only way a demon could survive, right? Demons need something to possess. A demon can't stay outside too long. It needs something to possess. It needs a temple. This is why you gotta stay prayed up, man, and guard yourself against these things, man. People been hating on me, man, for a very long time, but I'm still standing. Still standing, totally undaunted. You know why? The Most High, see, I gotta be backed by the Most High. See, the Most High is actually instilled enough into me right here that there's no force coming outside of me that has the capacity to break me down and conquer me, because the Most High is not going to let it happen.
In 800 feet, take the I-75
See, that's when you're
south,
moving in the
I-85 south exit on the left toward Macon, Montgomery.
The Most High is not going to let that
Take
thing
the
happen, man.
I-75 south exit on the left.
And this is how you got to be, man. You gotta stand
Continue
up
on I-75 south for 5 miles.
to anyone that would try to deprive you of your happiness. If you want to do something, if you want to become a secured creditor, if you want to be married, stop allowing these damn third parties intervene in your decision-making process, and for once in your life, stand up and fight for what you believe in, because it's the only time, that's the only opportunity that you're going to have to be happy, right? But if you tap out, you bow down, you're never going to be happy. Never going to be happy as long as you keep catering to others that's trying to manipulate your life. This is your life, not anyone else's. No one has a damn right to tell you how to live your damn life. Not even a damn de facto. This is why I'm trying to teach you people that besides the Most High, you are the highest source of authority. No one has a right to tell you when you should be inside. The de facto's doing that. And you people, you conform. Be not conformed to this world, but be you transformed by the renewing of your mind. What is that? The book of Romans 12, verse 1, 12 and 2, I believe. Be you transformed by the renewing of your mind. You got to get a new mind. This is what Hamashiach was talking about when he said you got to be born again. At least a man, except a man be born again, he cannot enter the kingdom. So you got to be born again, man. You got to divorce that toxicity that your family reared you under. See, all of us, most of us, we come from families that was toxic, that was damaged. And so we lose ourselves because they impose their views on us. We don't, so you can no longer be an individual. They deprive you of that. When you go against what they believe. See, everybody, again, that goes back to manipulation. Reason people manipulate us because they want something from us. You know, they're using us as some sort of benefit. And so they're concerned about losing that benefit that they're getting from us. So the spirit of Satan jump on them. And if we're not careful, we allow them to confuse us and deprive us of our happiness. That's the mindset of a devil. Irregardless to who's it in. That's the mindset of a damn demon, a devil. That's the worst kind of person. Still your happiness. What kind of person sits around, you ain't got nothing. See, because if you had something to do in your damn life, you wouldn't be concerned about mine. And let me say this, man. A lot of you men, you need to man up. You want to be creditors, but you're worried about what your wife's saying. If she doesn't want the best for you, that may not be the wife for you, man. I know that sounds harsh, but it's true. Anyone that's trying to deprive you of happiness, why would you want a life with them? You have a right to decide. See, this is your life. They have their own life. If you don't agree with the way I'm living my life, shalom, have a nice day, but get the hell away from me. Don't bring that negativity around me. Because I want to be happy. And all of you, if you have any of you on the sounds of my voice right now today, man, you're listening to this lectures for a reason, because the Most High. I didn't know I was going to talk about this. It's just a spirit moving, man. This is raw. And if you have someone in your life that's causing you to be discontent, they keep bringing you down, and all you do, they're never content. You gotta cut them out of your life. You know, I had to do this before, man. 2017, man, I cut off almost all of my family members. And guess what? My life improved. My status improved. And here they come running back. See, when they realized they couldn't manipulate me anymore, they tapped out. And they realized, well, damn, he's not going to conform. So I said, if you still want to be in my life, you're going to have to stop trying to tell me what my happiness should be. Just like you have your own life, I have mine. And I refuse to allow you to dictate to me anymore. Because that's not love. It's born out of hate, envy, deceit. And those people, every single person that does something like that, is because they have some sort of disposition in their life. And they haven't resolved it. So they want me to be miserable with them. I refuse to be. I refuse to be. Let me say this too, man. Let me put this out there. A lot of traffic out here, man. That's why I don't like coming down here. Speed trap. I mean, someone might do something that, you know, cut across or something like that. Let me say this, man. A lot of you, and I know this might hurt, a lot of you could be better off without the person or certain people in your life. But you know what? You become, see, sometimes we could stay, we can stay around negative and cynical people so much, it becomes a part of our personality. And so if we're around someone that has a personality disorder, right? Because many of these parents are, you know, borderlines. They may have a histrionic personality disorder, schizophrenia. And so if you stay around someone like that too long, you become a codependent. And so essentially what that means is that you become injured by being around a sick person too long. Right? It's factual. You start to develop a mindset as if you have a responsibility to take care of another damn adult. Let me say something to all of you, man. My mom is my mom, and I love her. My he's been dead for a long time now. My mom is my mom, and I love her. But once my mom used to try and manipulate my life, trying to tell me who I should be with. I said, hold on, Mom. I never disrespected my mom, but listen, I'm a man, and I'm not going to allow you to raise me again. I'm entitled to make my own decisions. Now, you have your life, and you're single for a reason. So how are you going to counsel me about who I should be with and who I should be married to, and you're single? Why would I take counsel for someone like that? I shame my mind down and shut her up. I said, listen, if you want me to continue to come around you, don't you ever disrespect who I decide to be with. I don't tell you how to raise, I don't tell you how to live your life, and I'm not going to allow you to tell me how to live mine. See, that's what a man does. You understand what I'm saying? That's someone that's grown up. But if you've actually never cut the umbilical cord, then your parents, they would stay in your marriage. You could be thousands of miles away, but they've had so much programming on you, they still have an effect. So you could be just happy, and they may not like your spouse. And they keep putting negative. Now, you and your spouse get along very well otherwise, but they keep telling you all of these things. See, I'm going to tell you what a borderline person does. A borderline parent, she never wants her children to leave the nest. When a child tries to leave home from a borderline parent, she would tell the children how sick she's become. No one's going to take care of me. You betrayed me. You left me for them. You don't. They play on your mental, on your psyche. They might be your parent, but you're no longer responsible for an adult. Because they're trying to live their life through you, and now they're going to mess up your life too. So all of you in the sounds of my voice, I'm talking to somebody right now, man. you need to feel this. And some of you can feel this. You said, damn, Tazadaq's right. This is why a lot of you won't be creditors. There's some outside influence. This is why a lot of you don't listen to my Spokesman for Men show. It's some outside influence. You've been groomed to think the way that you are. See, it's called cognitive dissonance, right? The information that I'm giving you is counterintuitive to what's been facilitated into your cerebral cortex your entire lifetime. And so it makes you feel uncomfortable. You said, nah, I don't want to talk about it. Can we talk about something else? Well, you never want to talk about it. No, we got to resolve this. Because I'm trying, it's kind of like what Dr. King said, right?
To continue on I-75
I've been to the top of the mountain. Understand? I see what's on the other side. See, where you are, I used to be. But I became totally undaunted. And I divorced any fear that I had.
To continue on I-75.
And so once I climbed over the top of the mountain, I see what's on the other side. To stay down there with the weeds. See, those are the weeds in life. Anyone that's going to call you up and insult you and tell you how bad, those are the weeds in life. If you stay down with them, man, you'll never see the light. It might be difficult climbing up to the top of the mountain. But when you get on the other side, you're like, damn.
In 2 miles, take exit 239.
You release that proverbial sigh.
Towards Central Avenue,
Like when a man that does a lot of work, labor work, and he comes home at night, and he put his head on the pillow, he releases that proverbial sigh, like, wow, I can finally relax. It's been a hard day. See, you carry around everyone else's burden like an albatross. And that's depriving you of your own happiness. It's not love, man. It's manipulation. And again, remember when I said manipulation is always born out of someone that's trying to get something from you. They want something from you. At the same time, you've been groomed to believe that that's love because you yourself don't know what love is because they never gave it to you. They didn't know how to give you love because they were sick. They only gave you what they could give you. Can't really blame them for that. See, and this is the other thing. You're going to have to, don't blame these people, just let it go. You know how you let it go? You need to go and get a pillow and just, if you ain't got a punching bag, go and get a pillow. You go and get a pillow,
take exit 239,
and you go up to yourself and you just scream, and you beat the crap out of the pillow, so you could get all, because when you harbor things up inside, this is what causes cancer, emotional distress.
Take exit 239, then keep left.
Harbored up inside for all of these years. You got all of this emotional distress. Because you never let it go. You hold these things in. And you're carrying it around like an albatross. It's time to let it go. So you tried everything else. Now I'm telling you to choose life. Choose life. Let it go. Release it. Because if you hold it up inside, what you think. Yeah, they wonder where cancer comes from. You know where cancer comes from? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor, but it comes from you being sick like that. You being sick in your mind. Get your mind right, kid. Get your mind right, Eve. Because I could take a new wife, new car, new dog. But if I'm sick, new car and my new dog into this new house, but I'm still sick, it's going to be the same old damn sickness. Nothing's going to improve until I eliminate that cancer that's been causing the problem. Now, if that cancer is coming from something else, that someone else has actually been given into my life, I'm going to have to cut that off. I'm going to have to cut them off. Otherwise, it's going to follow me around. And this is what a lot of you have to do. You're going to be compelled to do it. It's the only way you're going to be happy. We're groomed as children to believe that our parents and our loved ones are always right. And they have a strong hold on us. We're groomed that way. Well, it's coming from mom. It must be right. It's coming from dad. It must be right. They might have my own... They have my best interests in mind. See, that's not love. Real love is wanting from me what I want for myself. You might not agree with my mate. You might not agree with my relationship style. You support that because you know that's what makes me happy. See, that's what love is. It tells us what love is, man. Love is long-suffering. Love is calm. You understand? So if someone's giving me that stuff, that's not love. That's toxicity. It's manipulation. So you use what you call love to play on my emotions so you can continue to control me.
Stay on I-75 South.
But so it becomes my responsibility to break that bond.
Keep
to break that
left. Stay on I-75 South.
Some of you needed to hear this message and you need to listen to it several times.
Continue on I-75 South for 15 miles.
Because this is why your life is not going as it should be. Many of you, your lives are not going as it should be. Not because it's something that you're doing. It's because you have people tied to your life that's holding you down. And you know it. But you don't want to let it go because you say, oh, that's family. Yeah, your family's taking all this damn money from you. Oh, yeah, that's family. Your family's preventing you from progressing, but, oh, yeah, that's family. And your family don't give a damn about you. I know it's painful. But when you cut that family off, you see your growth. Sometimes you gotta love family from a distance until they finally get it. You gotta say, no, I'm not gonna allow you to dictate to me. I demand respect. Put some respect on my name. How are you gonna tell me what to do if you're eating off of me? You're gonna dictate to me? And your lifestyle is based off of my standard of living. Who in the hell are you to tell me what to do? That's why you gotta love yourself first. See, if you love yourself, I don't give a damn if it's your mother, your father, whoever. You're not gonna accept that kind of abuse from anyone. You're not gonna say that's family. You're gonna say damn family. My happiness is first. I gotta love me. Because when you allow someone to abuse you, you don't love yourself enough. So you damn sure can't love anyone else if you don't have self-love. All love initiates from self-love because self-love, self-preservation is the first law of nature. So how are you gonna love me if you don't love yourself? And if I love myself, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give you an exercise to do. This is what I need you to do. I'm gonna David you real quick. This is what you're gonna do, huh? You're gonna go to the mirror when you finish this call, when you finish this divine message given to you by the Ruach HaKadosh. Go and look in the mirror. Look directly in your eyes and say, I love myself. I love myself. You gotta keep saying that until you can really feel it and mean it. Then you will stop allowing others that's telling you they love you, hurt you, and causing you to be in pain and turmoil. Learn to see people for what they really are. It might hurt if it's family members, but I'm gonna tell you something else, man. What's gonna hurt more if you don't divorce that cancer, because they will play on your emotions until they break you down. And then when their life is finally over, you're trying to look up and live your life, and you'll realize that you waste your best years because your family didn't have a life and they was trying to live their life through you. And they was miserable and they made you miserable. Now your life is gone. That's a pain that stays with you forever. But you have an opportunity right now to change things. Stop allowing others to dictate to you. I'm gonna tell you something else, man. There's a lot of you women out there. You want to be in polygamy. You know that you will be happy. You know that there's guys out there that could actually make your life better by you being in that relationship with him and another rib, him and another wife. But because of your cognitive dissonance, because the way that this Western society has taught you to think, you say, oh, that's wrong. It's only because you've been groomed that way. But how's the other way working out? All of these people that's promoting monogamy, 50%. Let me tell you something, man. Every 2 people that get married, one of them is getting a divorce within 5 years. They're all, you got, the system telling, that's you're not supposed to do. That's not working. The people that's telling you that they're against it ends in a divorce. 1 in every 2. Guess what? When they remarry, the number goes up. It goes up to 60% in the divorce. Doesn't work. Goes against the nature in which man was created. See, what the system is trying to do is trying to get man to go against his own nature. Man and women, we're different. We're not built the same way. Don't say a man can't love 2 women at the same time. That's Esau's way of thinking. Leave that for Nicholas Kirford and company. That's their way of thinking. That's why their woman is trying to overcome them. That has nothing to do with our culture. Give them their culture back, man. You tried everything else. Now try Yahuwah. Try that one. See how that fits. All of you women, I'm going to say this to the sister. She saw my wives in the video. Oh, they're miserable. Those women look, who the hell are you? I could almost guarantee that your wicked behind is single, and you're the one that's miserable. And you're probably one of those Eves that don't shut the hell up. Anyone that can see the video seems that they look pretty content to me. See, there's only negative people when the only thing you have something to say. I understand psychology, right? When the only thing you have to say is something negative, that's where you are. And that's the only thing you're going to get back. You get out what you put back. You put out negative energy, that's what you're going to get back. And so for you to have your thinking process to be that way, because you can only give to the world what you have in you. That's why you gave that out, because you're miserable as hell. And I could damn well best believe that I don't even have to have a conversation with you. You're single. Or you're one of those women that's playing a harlot running from man to man. You don't have no family? And if you have a family, you're probably one of those single women that say, I don't... Matter of fact, one of you in the chat room said that, I don't need a man. You know what that told me? That unless you're, like I said many times, unless you're earning at least 100,000, you, my dear, Miss I don't need a man, you could get ready for homelessness and to die alone. Because the typical woman that's saying that cannot survive off of her salary alone. So now where you're still able to play a harlot and run around on OnlyFans, you might be able to make it by being a Jezebel. But keep in mind that your biological coming out. And when it does, just like an old used car, right? How many of you want to go and pay $50,000 for a Yugo? You don't want it. Depreciate in value. They don't even make Yugos anymore, huh? That's how women's status depreciate with age. Because first of all, one of the primary reasons that a man gets with a woman is to be able to reproduce. And so, the older you get, the more men that you've actually given yourself to, the more your value depreciates, just like a used vehicle. I challenge any of you that understands mathematics and finance, right? Show me something that's used like that people use like a car for everyday use, a truck or something like that appreciates the older it gets. There's nothing. It depreciates the more that it's used. So it is with your body. So you women, you need a wake-up call. So you're either going to wake up, or like I said, you're going to be one of those women that die alone. You're possibly going to die homeless. Because if you haven't come to the conclusion by now that you cannot survive off of the typical, the typical salary for the average woman in the United States is between 45 and about 52,000 annually. That's a typical salary. And so, there is no way in the hell that you're going to retire off of that salary alone and say you don't need a man. That's it. And I'm not talking about women that don't have college education. I'm talking about those that have college degrees. Understand that. And you, under the sounds of my voice, most of you are somewhere within that predicament. You're earning somewhere around that. So I tell you, man, good luck with that. I don't need a man, aphorism in theory. Good luck with it. Because as you get older, you're going to resent that you said that. Otherwise, you're going to become one of those women that, because now a man doesn't want her, she becomes a feminist, and she just puts out a lot of content about how bad men are and how she wasted her life with men, and she's miserable. So she wants you to be miserable right along with her. So you better wake up and smell the coffee, right? Because it's brewing. Just like your biological clock is brewing, and it's timing out. I would highly suggest that you really muse over this, because some of you really need it. What's been stated here. Because I'm talking specifically to the women now. Because if you don't, you're in for a very, very rude awakening. And to all you women out there, you single women, you try and tell someone how to live their life. Who the hell's going to take counsel from you? And that's within their right mind. Who's going to take counsel from you? That's not someone you want to take counsel from. And so, with that, man, I'm going to bring this to an end. I'm about to pull up. Got to grab something before the spot. So, again, going back to the webinar, man, seminar. I keep saying webinar, I'm so used to saying it now. Once again, initially that's what this video was about. So go ahead and pre-register for the webinar in advance. February the 26th, February the 27th, from 12 noon
In 800 feet,
to
use the
6
left
p.m.
lane
on both
to turn
days.
left onto Hudson
Shout out
Ridge
to
Road.
Cody for
Signs
already
for
reserving his
Rock
seat.
Quarry Road, Eagles
And
Landing
our
Parkway.
Holly behoove those
Use the left
others,
lanes to
Darren
turn
and
left
you
onto
guys,
Hudson Bridge Road.
go ahead and
Signs for Rock Quarry Road, Eagles
go ahead and
Landing
reserve
Parkway.
your seat because
In a quarter
yeah,
mile,
right.
turn right onto Patrick Henry Parkway.
Seminars in Atlanta always sell out. Always. They always sell out. So go ahead and get your seat now. And so with that, I'm gonna say shalom, man. Appreciate everyone for listening. Tune into the True Disciples of Christ Bible study
Make a U-turn.
on the channel True Disciples of Christ tonight, probably around 8:30 or 9. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom, man. Peace.